I was willing to talk about the negotiation, but I can't talk about the negotiation. And so that type of question really is not something I would talk about. I'm actually really sort of proud of the fact that for the last year, most details regarding the negotiation have not come out. There's been little pieces out there that the NFLPA has put out at one point last year. But other than that, I think our conversations and our negotiations have been very, very private. And that's a very satisfying thing for Lamar and me as well. And so I'm not going to get into all the specifics of different things and, what we're looking.
So I don't want to say too much about this, but Carl, when people scratch the back of their neck, they lying, right?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? They neck dry. They neck could be dry.
My man tried to throw the paper towels.
He went there quick.
He tried to throw the paper towels on there to help him out, to be like, look, grab these. He was like, it's looking all right.
So, Carl, what's going on, man? What's going to be the ending of this? Y'all, he stand or not?
So first of all, I just want to say I did not know that was the name of the title of the segment. So
no, I just did that for you.
Okay. All right, boom, right. So to me, I'm not reading too much into that. When do GMs normally talk about this intricate details of a contract negotiation to the media publicly? It never happens. It's normally leaked, like you said, through insiders and stuff like that. So I'm not reading too much into that. To be honest with you, the fandom in me says Lamar's gonna be a Raven. The Ravens fan in me, the realist in me is still, I ain't even gonna say I'm 50-50. I'm gonna say I'm 60-40 only because of the tweet. 60 Lamar might be gone next year, 40 he stays, just because of the Lamar tweet alone. The fact that he even requested a trade is nerve-wracking because, like we said, we think we know Lamar. We think Lamar would just suck it up, but suck it up and just play for his guys. I don't know how to phrase that to make it seem like something that's not like a pause moment, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to seem like one of them guys that be like, shut up and dribble. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we would think he'd be like, all right, cool. He going to play for his team because that's his guys, you know what I'm saying? But he's showing like, hey, look, if y'all don't respect me enough to pay me what I'm worth, trade me. Somebody will do it. So I think he stays as a fan. I think the Ravens really are trying to get him to stay, though. I think we really are trying, but he not coming off that number. He really not. I mean, that's all I got really to say. I'm not reading too much into, like I said, that press conference. It's just slow. NFL right now is slow. There's nothing really to talk about. I want to talk about what Darius Slay and everybody be tweeting on Twitter. You know what I mean? It's nothing really to talk about.
Nobody want to hear about the Eagles, man. Anybody trying to hear about them. So
I was talking Darius Slay tweeted they got the best 4x1 out of all NFL teams. So I mean, would y'all want to tweet about that?
I want to.
Me talk about that.
What do you mean by that?
4x1.
Tell them for the fans that don't know. Was that cover 2 where you got beat on?
No. So the 4x1 is a track event, Tomo.
I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you, man.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say on it. I'm not reading too much into that press conference, but it don't look the brightest right now.
But as a fan, how do you feel?
Oh, he's staying forever as a fan. Did you set me up to play the sad music? That's cool.
All right, Coach, talk to us. What's gonna happen?
Well, as I say all the time, when that final whistle blows in February, the suits and ties come on, and it gets real ugly in these offices. It's just, this is the nature of football. It will never change. The more a human being asks for more money for what they're capable of doing, per what they believe they're worth. It's just the way it is, and then per what they're worth versus what the market puts on their worth. That's the battle we do in the offseason. It's ugly. As I said, it will get personal. It has. When the minute you ask for a trade, it's personal now. Now you're thinking about yourself, and that shouldn't be a negative connotation. He has to do what's best for him. Is Lamar going to leave? I have no idea if he's going to leave, because I don't know right now in the NFL, outside of the Patriots and the Dolphins, who is willing to just trade for Lamar and then pay Lamar. There's a lot you got to do. It ain't just trading for Lamar. Now you got to he don't have a contract. You got to pay him too. What are you going to do? Trade for him and then put him on a franchise tag? This is the issue. When you wait that one extra year from the year you should have paid your quarterback, this is what you're going to run into every time. You're going to run into that 1 year where you're left stranded like this because do they want Lamar? Sure. Are they trying to pay Lamar more than Deshaun Watson? Hell no. Nobody in the NFL is trying to pay a person more than Deshaun Watson. That's just being a realist. Like I think we've gotten to the point we keep pinning this on Lamar, and it's really nothing to do with Lamar. Lamar's worth is Lamar's worth. I keep telling y'all the Browns organization screwed everybody when they gave that outlandish contract to an NFL player who has not touched a football in 2 years. We can already say last year alone, he didn't play up to his contract, period. There's nothing else. I don't care that he was suspended 11 games. He should have been touching people. That's what he get. He still got to come back and play football, don't he? So what you been doing the whole 11 games without? Because even though there has to be chemistry, you still look like you couldn't even throw a football. I mean, what have you been doing all that time you were out? So, conditioning is still conditioning. You know what I mean? You can still find a way to make sure you're ready to go. He didn't play up to a contract at all. So they screwed a lot of people. And unfortunately, Lamar fell into a contract year where he has to battle against this foolishness. Now, what I see in that press conference from a general manager is a bunch of hoop la 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 da. He didn't even say anything in there. He didn't say anything. He didn't answer anybody's question. What he basically stated was, whatever you ask me, I'm not gonna tell you. So I'm just gonna give you whatever comes out of my mouth, and you can do with it what you want to do. There's nothing to read into that. It's like Carl said, it's the off season. There's no football going on. He made a statement that the media, somebody was about to lose their job and want to keep writing papers, so they put it out there. That's all. This is nothing. This ain't nothing to read into. The trade request is where we still are. No matter what happens, no matter what negotiations he can talk about being happy with Lamar, the trade request is still open. That's not closed. He's not a Raven fully because a trade request is still open. Okay. Now, is that trade request going to get filled? Again, it's not but two teams that can really use Lamar. But those two teams people who pay people? No. Brady was there his entire career. Patriots and who was that?
Patriots and Dolphins.
Dolphins. They just picked up Tua's fifth-year option. They got a defense to pay. They're not going to pay Lamar. What I'm saying is they're a team that can't, they can trade for him if they really wanted to, but do they have the money to pay for him? It's not. Those are the only two teams who can trade for a quarterback like Lamar, but cannot pay for a quarterback like Lamar. Patriots don't pay nobody. Ask Brady. They don't pay anybody. He took a pay cut every year he was there so that defense can stay strong. They don't pay people. They just paid 3 wide receivers, and where did that get them? It's something they've never done in their entire organization. They have never paid for a while. They didn't pay Randy Moss. You understand what The minute he asked for some money, he was gone. He was on another team that fast. So let's remember, they do not pay players. They don't do it.
Dolphins not even in the mix from my.
What I'm saying is because if I'm saying out of two teams, they would be the only two teams that could trade for him. They have enough collateral to trade for him. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying they have collateral to trade for him.
They can't.
Dolphins don't have collateral. Remember they traded most of their capital to get Tyreek.
Collateral,
and they traded for Bradley
finances. They can.
And Bradley Chubb.
Oh, they did get Bradley Chubb. I forgot about that.
And they lost their first round draft pick for tampering.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. They don't have collateral.
That's why it's only 31 picks this year in the draft instead of 32.
So that leaves the Patriots, a team that does need a quarterback. They're not in a position to draft a quarterback. They're the only team that can trade for one, and they don't have the money to pay that kind of money to Lamar Jackson. So what I believe is, as a football realist, he's going to sign that franchise tag, and he's going to be a Raven next year. I mean, he's not going to get a contract. That's not going to happen. I mean, they're not going to pay him what he's asking for unless he is going to take less than what he is asking for from the Ravens. That's the only way the negotiations stop and he signs a contract.
I was going to say that.
Other than that, he's not going to get traded because nobody is going to pay him right now. You got to find me a team that needs a quarterback that bad to pay him his worth, or to basically pay and trade from the Ravens, because that's what you're doing. You're giving up pieces for a player, and then you have to pay that same player. You don't have, I mean, if the Dolphins ain't got the collateral, and I obviously with the issues that they have, it's not too many teams out there fighting to cough up collateral for Lamar like that.
Nobody.
See, Coach, real quick, can I say something real quick, y'all? I'm gonna let you go continue. See, he is also reports that said that he's willing to take less than we asking for from the Ravens.
There's reports, but has it come out of his mouth? Has it come out the organization's mouth?
I think this is what I think was happening is that he don't want to negotiate and give the Ravens the opportunity to match. If he's going to take less, he wants to get traded first.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that. Yep.
That's what I think is happening right now.
I do.
So, but then
this is the situation you put yourself in as a team or as an organization because again, Lamar Jackson should have been paid 2 years ago. I'm sorry. With what he does.
Coach, real quick. I'm about to go where you just went with 2 years ago. All right, I'm gonna ask you another question. In the press conference, right? DeCosta said they asked him about the cap space, like with the franchise tag hurt the cap space. Well, he said that we had this plan for like 3 to 4 years. As far as like he said that the cap space they have right now was by design 3 to 4 years ago. And how I read that was y'all planning on franchise tagging this dude 3 to 4 years ago.
When he didn't get a check. Let me ask y'all something, because this one, I'm killing again. Because I want to clarify something so people truly understand where I come from when I talk about Josh Allen. Okay.
Oh, this is going to be good.
When I support Josh Allen, I want people to pay attention closely, so nobody thinks I made a mistake and said something ignorant. Because it's not too many times you'll see me boast about Josh Allen.
Oh, this is about to be bad then.
If I do, it strictly pertains to fantasy football. When it pertains to Josh Allen, the quarterback, I have 4 people that put above Josh Allen. Oof. Yes, Herbert is one of them.
We know Herbert.
Lamar Jackson
I don't know why, but we know Herbert's one of them.
Yeah, I don't know why either, but continue.
5,000 yards for 3 years in a row. That's why. Let's not play ignorant. Come on now.
Yeah, a 27 point
anyway.
in the first round.
But anyway.
And yeah, he had one playoff appearance, got spotted 4 touchdowns and still lost.
How you lose a guy throws 4 interceptions?
A crappy coach, but we're gonna blame the quarterback. Okay, but anyway.
Coach. Hey, coach, we got Austin Eckler in that backfield. Run him the ball.
That's not my fault. Again, that's not Herbert's fault. That's the coach's fault. I said get rid of the coach. I said it.
But
anyway,
has Josh Allen run the ball? Did they run the ball?
Josh Allen turns the ball over too much for me. Josh Allen was overpaid, and I'm going to say that till I'm blue in the face. He got paid in his second year. For doing honestly nothing. He really didn't do much in his second year. Lamar Jackson did more in his second year than Josh Allen.
Is Josh? Am I missing something? Is Josh Allen the highest paid quarterback in the league?
He's the second or third highest paid. Y'all forgot how much he got paid when he got that ridiculous extension. He didn't deserve that.
But he has playoff wins. How many playoff wins did Justin Herbert have?
We talking about Lamar, bro. What do you?
You got Herbert above.
You got Herbert above him. That's why
I have Herbert above him, because Herbert doesn't toss the ball over, and Herbert has a better pass accuracy, and he's a better quarterback than Josh Allen. Josh Allen turns the ball over too much.
I do think Justin Herbert's a better accurate and all that. He's more talented. You can say that, but at the end of the day, it's about.
He has more wins because he's on the Bills. Let's be real. Come on now. You take Josh Allen, go put him on another team. Are we saying the same thing about Josh Allen? Let's switch Josh Allen and Herbert then. Let's switch them. And what are we saying?
You don't want to do that because the Chargers
might
actually
switch them.
do
Let's
something.
switch them, and what are we saying? Let's switch.
The
Because
Chargers
if I'm
might
not mistaken, Josh Allen still turning the ball over 3 times a game. No matter what, Josh Allen still turning the ball over 3 times.
Yeah, but if you put Josh Allen in the Chargers with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Eckler, they might actually be somewhat favorite.
And you're saying the Bills wouldn't be in the playoffs with Herbert? In that same defense and the same wide receivers?
They don't have the same receivers. You got Diggs.
All right.
Gabe Davis cool, but Gabe Davis not Mike Williams.
So look, coach, you keep saying he's turning the ball over, right?
But anyway, between Josh, this is really about Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I don't think Josh Allen's contract was warranted in his second year, whereas I actually thought Lamar Jackson should have gotten an extension and paid in his second year.
We all can agree there.
But that's what I'm just saying. I put four
we all
quarterbacks
agree.
above Josh Allen because I don't think Josh Allen is number 2 behind Mahomes. No. I don't think so. He's on a Bills team where his numbers can look great, but what happens we keep saying he has more playoff wins, but it ain't like he's doing nothing in the playoffs. He's looking like that.
Come on now.
You got me. Hold on, time out, because you about to have me defend Josh Allen. Josh Allen at least made an AFC Championship game
once.
Herbert ain't make it to the second round.
He's not talking
about Herbert.
This is not about Herbert. This is about Lamar and Josh Allen. It's not about Herbert. I only said Herbert because I put Herbert above Josh Allen, and I prefer Herbert over Allen. That's all that was about. That's one of my 4 above Josh. That's all that was about. This isn't about Herbert. This is about Josh and Lamar. I'm saying Josh Allen is an overrated quarterback. I said it in my second year. I said it in my second year when you guys thought I was crazy when I said he was overpaid. When I first met you guys.
How is Josh Allen overpaid though?
What is he doing with his contract?
But he ain't. Is he a franchise quarterback? Yes or no?
I don't think he is. No, I don't.
Come on.
I don't think he is.
Coach.
If he's a franchise quarterback, if he's a franchise quarterback, so is
what?
I'm not gonna say I don't like Josh Allen, but I think he overrated too. But to say he's not a franchise quarterback, come on, coach.
Cause look,
no, I'm not saying that. I didn't say he's not a franchise quarterback. What I'm saying, I don't think he is. What I'm saying, I personally don't think he is. I'm not saying that.
So you don't think he's a franchise quarterback?
I don't think he is. That doesn't take away. Okay, yeah. I gotta let y'all. Okay, let me say it in a way to get y'all to understand what I'm saying. He is a franchise quarterback by what he does, right? What I'm saying is, I don't see it. It doesn't take away from what he is. I'm not gonna basically say I would never call him a franchise. He is a franchise quarterback by right. I'm just saying for me, when I watch him play football, franchise quarterback is not what I see.
I pick up what
I see with my eyes.
I see what Coach saying. That's like my AJ Brown. That's like my AJ Brown thing. Y'all all say he's the number one receiver. Yes. To me, he's not. I'm not
like gonna disagree with y'all. Y'all calling him a franchise quarterback. I'm not gonna call him a bum. That's not where I'm going with. But you won't hear me. You won't hear me just franchise quarterback Josh Allen like that. Not if I can't do it with Lamar Jackson.
All right, Coach, but that's nothing to do with Josh Allen. That had everything to do with the Ravens not playing Lamar. But look,
no, I get that.
You said Josh Allen's a top 5 quarterback, right?
Yeah, he's top 5.
That's a franchise quarterback, Coach.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
That guy is a franchise quarterback.
Okay, I mean if we're going by top 5, okay. So our top 10 quarterbacks franchise, or are we just doing top 5?
No, a franchise quarterback is smart. I can win a Super Bowl with. I'm pretty sure they can win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen.
Oh, you do?
Whoa.
See, that's where I'm stopping you. That's where I'm stopping you because I don't think. Okay, I gave y'all 2 years where I told you Josh Allen should have won it, didn't I? I gave y'all the year before last year, and I gave y'all last year, bro. They're not winning one. I'm telling you, Josh Allen and the Bills are not winning the Super Bowl.
Who's better, Matthew Stafford or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen is better than Matthew Stafford.
Who won the Super Bowl? My point, he's good enough to win a Super Bowl. You put the right pieces around him, he's good enough. Dak Prescott's going to win a Super Bowl. It's a franchise quarterback.
One more, Joe, and you're out the game.
If Josh Allen does not win a Super Bowl, if Josh Allen doesn't win a Super Bowl, then what?
They don't mean nothing.
Wait. How is not winning a Super Bowl not mean nothing?
Did Dan Marino win a Super Bowl?
Can I say something?
No, he don't. And I don't put Dan Marino up there.
Hold on, Dave. You got hold on, Dave.
Everybody does. I really don't. I don't put Dan Marino up there.
Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl, but franchise quarterback.
And I don't put him up there. I don't put him up there with.
What? Change the game.
Sorry. He could
Dan Marino was like one of the first.
Dan Marino.
He could change the game in the regular season all he wants. He ain't got a Super Bowl.
That don't mean you're not a franchise quarterback.
I never said it. I said I don't put him up there with other great quarterbacks that have won a Super Bowl. That's what I said. I didn't say he wasn't a franchise. I never said Dan Marino wasn't a franchise quarterback. I didn't just say that. You didn't hear those come out of my mouth. I said I don't put Dan Marino up there with everybody else like they do. I don't, because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
He's a Hall of Famer, yes. He's a Hall of Famer, yes.
Look,
he's not in my top 5 all great quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, he's not mine either. Top 5.
Okay. So why? I'm not gonna say him boast about Dan Marino if he ain't even in the top 5 all time.
But he's good enough. But is he good enough?
He's good enough to win 16 games in the regular season, and that's it.
Hey, let Dave cook, man.
Go ahead, Dave. Go.
Before you go, Dave. Hey, if you're watching this, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe.
Please. Hey, I just gotta talk to two people in the comments. First of all, Tony and Kev. Hold on. We are not saying that Josh Allen's not a franchise quarterback. That's what coach said. Okay,
that's
so
me. That's coach.
Please stop saying y'all.
I don't see a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
please stop saying y'all. Please.
That's coach.
All right, look, y'all.
We don't all agree on that. That's all I was trying to say.
I have a question. Y'all have a question.
Overpaid and not franchise quarterback.
I got a question. Do y'all think the Bengals, right? If you're the Bengals, right, and you're watching all this mayhem happen in Baltimore, you watching this as a rival, and Lamar is probably your biggest threat in your own division, right? Would you give Joe Burrow a fully guaranteed contract?
Hell yeah. If I can afford it, yep.
I think that's a cut across the board. That's a yes.
If I would have been,
if the Browns did it, I mean, hey, y'all must not know how spitefully white NFL owners are. They got the money to be spiteful like this. And I'm telling you, that's a spiteful move. And I'm not. What I'm saying, I don't know if it'll happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Call business.
I wasn't surprised when the Browns did this move.
You would have to. You would do it. You would do it. Take your Raven fandom away. You would do it.
No, I wouldn't, because now you trying to set it. You setting the standard.
It's already been set.
It's
been set a long time ago.
Hey,
these are the moves
look,
now.
it don't have to be Deshaun fully guaranteed, but a fully guaranteed contract. Or
it ain't got to be Deshaun money, but it can still be fully. You're right. It can still be fully
or
guaranteed.
The guaranteed money matches Deshaun Watson, but you get paid more. But at least give him Deshaun Watson for the guaranteed.
This is what I would do, right? If I was the Bengals, and y'all put
because it still blocks out
Bengals in the situation. Exactly. I would pay Joe Burrow, but I wouldn't give him a fully guaranteed, but it would be high. It'd probably be like 80% fully guaranteed. Because even then, the Ravens apparently wouldn't even want to do that.
Yeah, right.
As long as I wouldn't go fully, but it would be high.
Yeah.
So, going off of what Joe just said, and the owners being down with the owners meeting, you don't think they kind of alluded to having these conversations? Like, so how much would you really give them? What are you thinking about actually giving? Because we know what the Browns did. They messed it up for the quarterback market. They messed it up with the tight end market. That's another market people don't want to talk about too. The Browns did that with that David Njoku contract too. Mm-hmm. They set the bar and messed it up for tight ends. So you don't think they sat there and was like, so if they'll think about giving them this, then let me go out and get my guy that, because we know for a fact that they're not trying to pay him this.
You talking about the Browns?
No. I'm talking about just the owners in general. Not saying they colluding, but owners talk. So they like, how much will you really? What's your number? Like, what's your number to say no to Lamar? And they like, all right. So if that's their number, I know I can give my guy that with a little bit more. So to mess up.
I think they're colluding against Lamar. I think that like they're against guaranteed contract.
I would say something, but it doesn't have to be fully guaranteed though.
Yeah. I'm with you, Carl. But
talking about the Bengals, right?
Burrow, if you're Joe Burrow and you walk into that management office and you say, I want a fully guaranteed contract, y'all don't think the Bengals gonna give it to him?
No, because then they setting the standard for years to come.
But
I think that standard's already been set. I'm sorry.
It's not set.
The Bengals are in a different situation than the Ravens. The Ravens won 2 Super Bowls without a quarterback for real. Bengals have been in football hell for a long time.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. We not about to no quarterback for real. Hey, we not about to disrespect my guy. Joe Flacco was different pre-ACL. Post-ACL, it was different.
He also had an all-time defense too. Every single year he played. But look,
he still balled out in the playoffs.
No, you're right. He's a winner in the playoffs. He's a baller.
Yes, in the playoffs, I agree. Where it matters.
I'm telling you right now. But look, so like the thing is, yeah, you already said the GM.
No, whole time out.
I agree with him. It was Eli Manning. It was Eli Manning. Yes.
No, I'm gonna stop you because Eli Manning, besides those 2 Super Bowl runs, never had a playoff win.
Exactly.
It was either
go
all the way
or
lose in the first round.
Joe Flacco's better. I got you. But look though, so the GM also brought up Joe Flacco, and he said, what did he say? He basically said that Joe Flacco didn't get franchise tag. He got his contract, not because he won a Super Bowl, but he got his contract because they didn't have the cap space.
Yep,
that's a lie.
To give him the franchise.
Yeah,
that's a lie.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
that's a lie. That's such a lie, bro. I'm telling you right now. If Duke doesn't win that Super Bowl, he doesn't get paid. He does not get paid. I'm sorry. Exactly. That makes absolutely no sense.
So that's why when y'all came on and said this is just a media run, like, no, you need to allude to some of the things that he was saying in his press conference, because he was saying some stuff like that clip right there, and that scratching on the neck was like, we know you're lying.
And Tomo, he had
I
a
didn't
pen,
hear.
right?
I didn't hear him
Real quick.
talk about the Joe
Hey, look,
part in that.
He
in
had
that
a
clip.
pen. He had a pen and paper. Didn't write nothing. He was just sitting there like he's playing with
Yeah.
the pen and paper. As he was talking, won't write nothing.
Yeah, there
I'm
was a
like,
bunch
bro,
of
he's so
hoopla.
nervous right now. He is so either lying or he's nervous.
It's
one of
both.
the two.
It's
It's
both.
I
And
think
John,
he's
and look, I
nervous.
feel so bad for John Harbaugh. He just sitting there. We love Lamar, and then you just hear you like when I hear John Harbaugh talk, he means what he says.
You know what?
When I hear your GM, bro, he's like, "Oh, our relationship is great." I'm like, "Hey,
Hey,
where is that time out?" So when he said that, I'm like, "Come on, man, stop the cap.
Stop the
Stop
cap.
the cap." Like,
But look, if you
this is
go
not
back
good.
and watch it, it looked like a divorce lawyer. He looked like the divorce lawyer, and John Harbaugh is the husband trying to get back with his wife. He like, look, man, I just want to make this work, but my lawyer trying to get this money.
Hey, Tomo, I told y'all, people are trying to break up a happy home that's going through a rough patch.
It's
We
all
gonna
good.
figure this out.
Because
But it's
once
not a happy home if you live in another house, bro. Like my man
Exactly.
living in
We
my
know
house.
that's the rough patch. That's the
My
rough
man's in
patch.
Miami, bro. If I'm staying in my house, he packed his bags, bro.
That's
Like, he
cool.
packed
We
that
gonna
back.
figure this
Here's
out.
my
back to
question.
Douglas, now he toogling down to Miami, you.
Here's my question. What was Lamar's purpose for requesting the trade? Like out of the 32-10, he's not dumb, right? He knows what these teams have. He knows where he could get traded to. I mean, his position was better than Cam's. So, because he didn't have a list of teams he preferred. And technically with trades, you actually can do that. So, and he didn't even do that. He just said, I just request a trade. So my thing is, what is his ultimate purpose for doing that at this time? Because you got to know, ain't too many teams going to trade for you, and you don't have an agent. You're representing yourself, so you're not getting the calls even prior to you requesting the trade. So my thing is like, what was the purpose and point?
All right, so I'm gonna answer that.
Hey.
So from the tweet
After
that
the
he
franchise
said,
tag, that's what I wanted to make sure I said.
he said he felt disrespected. He felt like the Ravens weren't paying him what he worth or won't pay him what he worth. So he had to make a decision that's better for him and his family. As much as it hurts for him to leave Baltimore, he loves the Baltimore, the fan base, all that, and we love him back.
Subscribe.
But it's a business at the end of the day. And you had teammates even come out and say, hey, we understand it's a business. You got to do what's best for you. We love to have you. We really want you here, but we understand. So that's the reason why he requested a trade. But it's not going to work out like that because he's under the restricted franchise tag. So he knows that, hey, look, I can negotiate all I want. But, hey, look, the Ravens match it. There's nothing I can do. And I'm pretty sure, like I said before, we aren't involved in that business, and we pretty much figured it out that, look, the Ravens might be like, okay, you think you're worth this? Show me a team that shows me that you're worth that. We'll match it if you can prove it. I'm pretty sure that Lamar and all these other franchise owners figured that out before we did. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to fall for that. So the purpose is, like I said, he felt disrespected. When you feel disrespected like Debo felt disrespected, you request a trade to show them, hey, look, I'm serious. Pay me or let me do what's best for my family.
Exactly. Kyler Murray unfollowed the Cardinals page. You know what I mean? Like
He don't follow him now.
Yeah. When you're under contract and you need a contract, it's all business. But look, y'all, let's wrap this up. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.